Co-founder of Modern Direct Seller. I'm so happy you're here with us today. I'm live every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, to share with you a money-making tip to help you grow your direct sales biz faster. So really excited you're here. Today, we are talking a little bit about how to communicate better so people will actually listen and we can convert those lurkers and leads into paying customers. So before we dive into that, say hello in the comments. Let me know where you are joining in from and what direct sales companies are in the house. It's always super fun to see who is representing, and if there are not enough friends from your company, definitely click that share button. Share it with your team, your biz besties. I would absolutely love that and so appreciate it. And I'm excited to share that value with your team. I am actually pre-recording today. I'm not actually live, but still excited to be here. My daughter is heading out to 6th grade camp. Oh my goodness. I don't know if that's just a San Diego thing or a California thing, but our 6th graders at our school all go off to camp Monday through Friday for one fun week out of the year. So we are at her send-off this morning. So I'm getting a little bit ahead and making sure you still have your video this morning, but can also be present and be there with her, which is it's kind of exciting. I know she's really looking forward to it. And we've definitely traveled and been away from her, but usually she's staying with family, not her just like going off to camp. So this is a little bit new for us. It might be a bit of a quiet week around our house, but really looking forward to her having a great time and hoping there's great weather so she doesn't freeze her buns off. And excited to hear how tired and how much fun she had when she returns on Friday. So getting back to it, today we're talking about how to say things simply, how to lean into messaging that really sells. Because I don't know about you guys, but we've seen this time and time again, especially if we're just getting started in direct sales, or maybe you're building a new direct sales brand and you haven't quite figured out exactly what to say or how to connect with people. How many times have you received a message in your inbox that is so like kind of slimy and salesy and kind of like word vomity, where you're like, oh my goodness, I haven't talked to that person in a while and they just kind of like said it all to me, right? And so I know we've all been there on the receiving end. And I'll share a quick story here. I look back at some of the messages that I've sent over the years, and every once in a while, something will pop back up. You haven't talked to somebody in a long time, and then they'll respond to your story, and you look back up and scroll up and see some of the messages. I'll be the first to admit that when I was getting started in direct sales, I had no idea what I was doing. And I was doing the thing and I took the coaching and I sent out the messages, but looking back at what I was sharing in some of those messages, I am so embarrassed, right? And it's all a learning process. I get that, but I'm sure you've been there too. Maybe you've sent something that later, as you've gotten wiser and you've learned a little bit more about the industry, you've looked back and been like, ooh, that probably didn't feel good on the receiving end, or I'm not super proud of that message. So, if you've been there before, it's okay. It's happened to the best of us. And what can we do from there? We can improve. We can get better. I love thinking about conversations on social media in particular really need to be conversations. So before you want to just tell everyone how amazing your product is and your new catalog is and their business opportunity and how great and how fabulous and how wonderful it is and blah, 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 right? Just take a deep breath. Hold on. Let's think about how to make this conversation conversational. Let's think about how we can get a reply back. Your number one goal in sending that direct message is that you get something back. You're not just pushing information at people. You want to engage in a conversation because that shows that you're authentic and you're genuine. Those are the things that people love about you and love. That's why they love shopping with you, because you're real. You're not a bot. You're not an e-commerce website. You're not a random email that they're getting in their inbox. You're a real human, and you can show the human side of sending messages that are genuine and authentic and sincere. So when we do that, a couple of quick tips. Number one, we want to keep it conversational. So we want to keep it short and sweet. I always say, rule of thumb, if it takes up your entire phone screen, too long of a message, we're going to need to narrow that down, shorten it up, keep it short and sweet. we want to end in a question, right? We want to ask them something, because when you ask questions, you get responses. So that's really important as well. And then the other thing that I would say in those messages that you're sending is that I love what I like to call permission-based marketing. So before you assume somebody wants to hear about your new product that dropped, or wants to hear about your event that you're planning, or wants to know about your business opportunity, we are going to first ask. We're going to ask permission. We're going to say, hey, would you like to see the latest that just dropped from my company? Or, hey, I was thinking of you. You'd be so great at the business. Can I share a little bit more with you about what that might look like? Or, hey, I was thinking of you. That product that you love is back in stock. Can I send you a link to it? Right? So that is another great strategy to really think about how you can engage in a conversation with people. Permission-based marketing makes a huge, huge difference. Now, a couple other things that I would love to recommend as you're thinking about messaging and you're thinking about the words that you say. Number one, ditch the jargon, right? How often do we get a message and we're like, I don't really know what that means, or I don't know what those words are, right? Think about the person you're talking to. They may not know anything about your business. They may not know anything about you. They may not know anything about your products. So we really want to keep it very conversational, explain things in detail. It should not sound like a corporate brochure. The other thing that I would say is to keep it short and simple. So if you're writing emails or blog posts, definitely keep it short, and then use some clear, bold sections or bullets to break things down. Maybe emojis if you're conversational on social, to give them the key information, but again, not to keep it too long. And then the last thing that I'd love to leave with you today is to think about leveraging a personal touch. So that probably means sending voice messages, or even sending a quick little video. How great does it feel to get a video to say, hey, so-and-so, I was just thinking of you today. You know, we have this new product that dropped, and I was thinking that you would absolutely love it. Do you want me to send it over to you? Take it next level it, right? If you've been doing voice memos, go ahead and try to do some video memos and see what those responses look like for you. If you've just been doing text, step it up and do voice. People get to hear your voice, and they're going to be curious what you had to say, so they're going to push that play button and they're going to want to listen. So as you're working on your messaging, keep it conversational. Permission-based marketing is huge. Have some fun with it. Be human. That's why people love shopping with you. With that said, I hope you get out there. Have a great Monday. I am excited to hang out with you all week long in my quieter house than usual up until Friday when our daughter returns from camp. Speaking of Friday, we have our virtual retreat happening inside the Modern Direct Seller Academy for our Pro and VIP members. So if you've been thinking about joining or thinking about upgrading, this is your nudge to do that. We get to spend an entire half day together on Zoom, mapping out the second quarter. It's one of my most favorite days of the year. So if you want any information about upgrading or VIP or Pro, just comment below retreat, and I'll know to send you a quick DM and give you the information about the virtual retreat and how you can sneak in on that.